Get rich fast with csgofast.com.
Day 3 at the PGL Major has started. We have the first match already behind us, with PENTA surviving the 0-2 pool really and going up to the 1-2, eliminating Vega Squadron in last place. And now, before we get to the matches here, I wanted to talk about, you know, kind of the week or the couple of weeks after the main qualifier. Obviously, it kind of came to light that Nasu wouldn't be here. So can you maybe explain that situation, why he's not able to be here with you guys?
Yeah, he had like holidays booked already with I think his girlfriend, and so it would have been very costly to reschedule it. So he just went for it, and we were like, yeah, it's fine, and we just tried to do our best without him, and that's basically the main reason.
Well, did he still do any sort of preparation with you guys before the major? Or was there nothing at all? How did that really affect how you prepared for the major?
He didn't have, no, after the major he didn't have any like help for us or anything, because he didn't have time. So it was basically only me. I was watching a little bit how the enemies are playing. We might face. I watched SK a lot. Didn't turn out that good actually, but yeah.
Now, how did that? Well, yeah. How did it affect it throughout the tournament? You know, we already touched on the SK game, but I know that Nasu has been a help with analyzing the opponents and kind of like looking at their tendencies. So, do you think that affected like your preparation in between the matches here at the tournament?
Yeah, we tried to do our best against SK. We knew it was a really hard match since they're like one of the best, if not the best team in the world. We narrowed down the maps we might play, so we were actually good prepared, but we started very bad against them. We were like losing 0-10, I think. If we had one more round ST, then maybe we would have won it. And despite like people maybe think that we didn't prepare that much for them, like thinking that we might lose, we actually did. And yeah, it was just like unlucky. Like the game was really close. Then kRYSTAL again had huge rounds where he killed 4 people. For example, one round where we had the right setup, I killed one, Sunny trades Fallen instead of kRYSTAL. So there was like one kill, for example, that would have maybe won us the round, and it was just really unlucky. And for the other matches against North, I again, like in the hotel, I watched a little bit what they like to play, and it came down to the last 2 maps, which I thought it would be. We weren't sure about if we should pick Cobble or pick Mirage. We went for Mirage, and yeah, we were actually playing good there in the beginning. ST, we were leading like 8-1 or something, but then we lost 16-9, so we only got 1 more round in the next 16 or something, which is just not enough. Like we're still like lacking some. I don't know how to explain actually, like maybe experience or something, but like we always have a good lead, but then once the enemy team starts to like adapt to us, we can't like readapt. And this, for example, also happened to SK in the beginning. So.
Well, do you think the start of the SK game was also a little bit of the major jitters? You know, do you think the pressure ever got to you a little bit?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. I think there are people in our team that are maybe sometimes nervous or choking. I also sometimes do weird stuff, but yeah, you saw that small mistakes can cost a round or even matches. So I try to help my team not to be that way, but sometimes it's just like going snowball effect. Like if you start losing one unlucky round, then there comes the next one, and yeah, we just have to keep being focused.
Now, you already touched on North. What do you think was there anything that you looked at and fixed maybe for the Vega game? Did you think like there was something apparent that you could fix?
Yeah, we lost a very crucial retake, which was actually 4v2 in our favor. So we talked about again how we should approach retakes on Mirage. We talked a little bit about after plans, because like this is the stuff where the individual play and the individual decisions have to like win the round. And so we tried to discuss that a little bit. What are good positions? How should we approach it? Who should go first? How many should go where? And yeah, our C side this time worked better against Vegas.
Yeah, well, the T side, yeah, it did work better. Well, the CT side worked better, but on the T side, you obviously had a lot of problems and couldn't really get into the match. What do you think? Where do you think were the issues, really?
I'm actually not quite sure yet. We watched a little bit and discussed already a little bit, but it was also just not playing with enough confidence. I think this is like the main reason why we lost, for example, a few rounds. For example, if like the trades were not happening, like that we discussed how they should be. For example, if we peek at the AWP in one angle, then we should instantly tried to trade him. There was one round where we went B, and I think it was Huchi actually playing the op there, and he got one. And we didn't instantly trade him. Then this whole process slowed us down by like 5-6 seconds. Then the rotation came in, and then the round was really hard to win at that point.
Now, what about the second half? Then obviously you only let go of 2 rounds, if I'm not mistaken, and only the last 2 were really close. Where it got really close. So what do you think? Well, why do you think your defense was so much better now?
I think first of all we practiced like Vegas before even the minor quals a lot, so we kind of know how they like to play ST. This was one point, and of course we saw that how we played against SK, that even if it's 0-10 that we still can make a comeback as CT. So we were pretty confident in that, and then we just played round after round. Like we tried to do everything in every round, tried to adapt, and it worked pretty well.
Well, you know, talking about just those last 2 rounds, do you think the experience kind of shined through on your part? Do you think they maybe got a little bit too overzealous in those couple of rounds maybe?
Yeah, if I recall correctly, I think at 14-14 it was. Yeah, they killed 2 on A, but we didn't saw the bomb yet. So we said, like the guys who died, I think it was HS and Sunny, they said like 2A, but they said no bomb yet. So Sen stayed in B apps and that one was around. So that maybe can be contributed to. Sorry, you know what I mean? Yeah. Contributed to experience or something, and also because we discussed exactly this scenario before. Because in practice it happened sometimes that we were outmaneuvered by the fact that someone got an entry and we over-rotated, so we tried not to over-rotate this time, and yeah, it actually won us the match, thankfully.
Now, going forward, obviously you still have to win 2 matches to go to playoffs. Well, first of all, how confident are you right now that you will be able to do it?
I mean, the chance is still there. We played pretty strong against SK. We had a good start against North. We know that we can compete. It's just about finding the confidence and like getting the things rolling and not like losing our confidence. And I think if we can keep that up, then we can still make it, but it will be hard.
Well, I think that's it. Thank you very much. Any last words, shout-outs?
As usual, greetings to my mother. She's probably watching at home, maybe got a heart attack, I hope not, after the 14-16. So thank you, mother, and thank you for the interview.
Thank you as well. Now, I'm sure we're going to come back from day 3 of the PGL Major to do more interviews, so stay tuned to HLTV.